Welcome back to your favorite mediocre sim racer, Rycam N7 here at the Red Bull Ring. And one of my favorite tracks, my first ever podium was on this track, so I always like to come back here. We are back as a C-Class racer for the first time, and you can see here we didn't do too great in qualifying. It was kind of a theme, which was weird because I was driving the Vantage, which was like one of the top fastest cars. I just could not. I could not get my qualifying down. I did do a little bit better than what this is here. This is the 132.7. This was earlier in the weekend. I did improve on that time a little bit, but you can see right here we're starting 13th, and look at all those D-Class racers ahead of us. So, you know, I did not qualify too well at this track, but our race pace and stuff was pretty darn good, as you'll see in the videos here. So, waiting for the players to finish ready.
Or look at maps. They got maps.
Here we go.
Whatever you want to do.
At the Red Bull Ring, way in the back of the pack. Actually 12th, I guess somebody dropped off already, so I jumped up to 12th there. There's my patented knee slap that I do for some reason at the start of the race. I do it all the time. And I don't really realize it until I go back and I'm listening to this. But you can see here evidence of how just good we did at Spa last week, because number plate is number 3, so my driver rating is really up there because we were just crushing it at Spa last week. It took a hit this week, just with my qualifying and stuff here, but we did okay. But we came back to reality a little bit. That number is probably a little over our actual skill level. We just really were getting some good matchups at Spa, but here we go as we come in. I went a little bit wide on purpose just because it's turn 1, and technically they call it turn 2, but actually it's turn 1. They say this is turn 2, but I don't think at all this is turn 2. This little bit right here, to me that's not a turn, which most people say. But here we go into turn 3, probably actually turn 2. Everybody beating and banging into each other. There's Corvettes all over the place. But the first few laps here, you just want to stay out of trouble because there's a lot of cars going into 2 tight turns in a row. And actually 3, because this one's tight too. So just kind of sit back, let everybody go wide like that, and cut up on the inside. Like I said, we were on point and our pace was good in the races. I couldn't get the qualifying time down. And there you go, someone just phases right through me. Thank God that they phased, or else we would have got wiped out. And this BMW or this Mustang up here is sporting a 4-second penalty. That's a whopper that early on. First lap, 4-second penalty. So he's going to drop back, and we're going to move up already into 8th place. So from 14th qualifying to 12th to start the race to 8th. And this Corvette gets a little squirrely there, but we hit our turn there good. Look at the radar, the guy behind us is pulling up on us. He's looking at the inside, but we braked a little later than him. Clip that apex, run it a little bit wide. I could have gone a little bit wider. I know a lot of the pro guys, they go 2 wheels over that. They call it the yellow sausage there, but very rarely did I go that far wide. So set myself up on the inside here, brake a little bit later, cut inside the Corvette. I'm kind of nudged him out a little bit. We didn't make contact. I just kind of took up all the space. And there's that Mustang. He goes off. So now we're up in the 6th. And 5th place up in here has a penalty, but I don't think it's a very big one because we didn't gain too much on him. He's getting ready to serve it. And he's about 4 seconds ahead, so. So there you go. Nothing really changed for most of the race. He goes a little squirrely here, but I'm too far back to really capitalize on it. He pulls his composure, and we get 6th place. Not too bad, like I said, from where we qualified, and then moving up into 6th. like I've been saying, you know, we couldn't qualify well, but we were racing good and went up 6 positions from where we qualified. Got the clean race. Not too shabby, even though it thought we were supposed to be 3rd. So on to race 2. This was after I put in look at the Weed Man livery there in the front. But we got our qualifying time down to a 1:32.6, which was good enough for 8th in this race, which is all C and D class drivers, no B or A's. And I think there was only, I not recall, but there was only a few seconds. I think that the pole position was only a few seconds away. So everybody kind of relatively in the same boat. A little bit of a kink to start. So like I said in my last video with the wheel, the way the wheel is completely loose and the tension doesn't start until the race starts. So you really have to kind of judge, kind of hard there to judge when it's going to start. But again, just kind of take it, kind of let everybody make their mistakes on that first lap. Braked a little bit earlier and just kind of got our line and then let the madness ensue and try to clean up the pieces, which we did. We're already up into 6th place. And somebody up here is serving what looks like a 2-second penalty. And really heavy braking there from the Volkswagen. I kind of backed off. Luckily, he didn't give me a penalty because I believe somebody else kind of caused that issue. So I actually ended up losing the position here with this car on the right. And then we're 3 wide. The guy on the other side kind of backs off, and then he just kind of nudges me in the Ferrari there. Just three car wide, too many cars trying to fit into that turn. I got someone right on my tail. So we pass that guy. We break a little late. We get the inside, and he just comes into us. Which, look at this. So look at that. I had the inside. He decided to take the outside line, and he just cut into me. But I don't get no penalty, and we get the position. So 4th place. Start wide, clip it in. I did miss the apex, but I can run a little wide. 2 wheels over the sausage there. Ideally, I want to just hit that apex. Get the wheel straight, hit on the gas. You can almost hear me ripping that wheel back in place. In this car, if you don't have that wheel straight and you get on the gas, you're going to spin it every time. I did that tons of times in qualifying and practice without traction control, just getting that back end out. Kind of hit that turn good, so you can see we're adding to our lead. We're almost at 2 seconds with the guys behind us. And I think we're actually closing on 3rd. Run a little bit wide, but as long as you keep 2 wheels on, you're good there. Pop it down in there. Run it wide again. Again, I don't run it as wide as everybody else. I'm just trying not to get my wheels and the tires in the grass and spin it out. The car behind me there, Black Has, gets a huge run on that last bit there. And he gets another really big run. So, I mean, he's pretty quick. So he's just gonna. So we're neck and neck going into turn 3, but actually probably 2. And he gets the position, but I mean he's quicker than me on that. I'm going to poke to the inside though. See what we can do here. He squeezes me just a little bit, but fair. That's good. Good defensive driving. Missed the apex a little bit there. See there on the radar, the car behind me, he went even wider than I did and kind of ran. So I don't think I'm catching fourth place. That guy, you know, he, like I said, he had that huge run on me. Right now I'm just playing defensive. You can see in the radar that car behind me just poking in. He seems to be kind of coming in wide, not like aggressively. He's not trying to take me out. But he's just trying different lines to see if he can get around me. And there, just spin it a little bit. Like I said, clipped that apex too much, got too much of the curb and the AstroTurf, and then when I got on the gas, it just spun it right around. But it could have been worse. We didn't hit the wall. We didn't spin completely around to where we had to get ourselves back around. So, you know, we got a lap and a half here to see if we can't get back up here and figure this out. We got the Ferrari in front of us that rammed into us a little earlier. We got about a second lead to the car behind us now, which we know we're quicker than that car. Let's go see what we can do. See if we can catch these guys. One lap, see if we can get our spot back. You can see there, car number 5 got a penalty for it's a half second, so I'm assuming he went off track. And it's the final lap. A lot of guys in these races, these short races, will stay put, and then the last lap try a daring move or pull a dirty move or do something like that. So you'd be surprised what insanity can happen on the last lap if you just put yourself in a position. So we're going to try to push, get right up on these guys. We get a good run going into turn 3. Run it a little extra wide to make sure we don't spin out like we did in the last lap. Guy behind us serves a penalty, so we got some clearance there. Brake a little bit later. There you go. The car had the penalty there. The GTR runs wide. Move up into 6th place. And the Ferrari gets into the gravel a little bit, but not enough to spin him out. Which I'm pretty sure if I ended up doing that, I would probably have spun out. He gets squirrely there too, and he somehow doesn't lose any speed and saves it. My guess is he's probably using traction control. Because I don't know, that or he's a really good driver, because I would have totally lost it. But 6th place. We only ended up losing a position for our little spin out, which, given circumstances in a short race, tight race like that, not too bad. But another clean race, even though we hit some people, it wasn't our fault. So we get a clean race, move up 2 more positions. And the last race of the day, this was the best race. This was, always save the best for last here. So if you stuck around, you're going to see a good one here. Nice competitive race. Qualify 8th again, right there in the middle of the pack. As you can see, I got my time even better to a 132.3. So all 3 races improved a little bit on my qualifying. That was the best I ever got, was right there, that 132.3. I really wanted to get into like low 131s. I think that would have put us much better position qualifying wise. I just couldn't get there. Tried, did so many laps. if you're watching these and you've got some tips, and feel free to put them in the comments. So we get off to a bad start there. I think I just and this Super over here. I'm pretty sure it's a Super. Kind of hard with that paint job, but he gets a good run. Just kind of close him off there on the inside. So in turn 3 again, take it kind of easy. Wait for everybody to screw up. All 3 guys go wide, but doesn't hurt them. This guy back here, though, he goes real wide. Gives us a little love tap as we come by. Move up into 7th place. Move to the inside here. That guy breaks real early, so we get the position there and make it stick. The Corvette goes a little squirrely. We get another position there. Didn't tap him, which was nice, because if we would have even touched him, even though he was already going squirrely, if we would have even touched him and he would have kept on going, we would have got like a 4-second penalty. So that little break there to save from hitting him probably saved our race. Look at the radar. Car right behind me, come to the inside. I missed my shift there. Yep. So
Why are we doing that now?
I don't know what happened there. I guess I hit the shift and having to pedal down, and then just kind of revved out, and then I went wide, which I didn't get penalized for, which was a blessing in disguise, I guess. Could have been worse, but we lose the position to the Corvette. But the dude's all over the place. He saves it from going into the wall. And again, it really doesn't lose too much speed. I mean, we're getting a little bit of a run on him, but you would have thought us staying straight and that dude almost ran into the wall would slow him down a little bit more. We squeeze him a little bit, but give him enough room. He kind of lets off. I definitely kind of squeezed him, but I think there was room in the inside there. Just some defensive driving. Missed that one a little bit, but guy behind us does too. So we are rolling in 5th. We got a gaggle of cars behind us that are all eager to get up here. Don't miss it this time. Hit the curb just a little bit, run it wide. That's about perfect. Same thing there. I could have probably took it a little bit wide and gone to the curb and saved a little bit of speed, but I was so worried about track limit penalties or spinning out. I was taking them a little conservative. Pimp it in. We go wide. Look how close. Look how close. If 2 wheels cross that yellow sausage, we get a penalty. Oh, it's so close. That's about as close as you can get without going off. I mean, so how many penalties have we saved in this race? That's 3 times now we've saved ourselves from getting a penalty. We did lose a little speed though, as the car is right on the outside of us. We hit that good. He goes wide and then comes up on the inside. It's that Supra. And he comes to the inside again. Probably, I don't know, I don't think he was trying to hit me, but a little bit more space, he would have got right into my bumper. So we definitely, one of those races where there are sections where you're faster than the guys behind you, and then there's sections where they're faster than you, and it's just like trying to get through the ones where you're better. And you know, if you can recognize the sections that they're faster than you and just try to fix stuff there. So this was one of them. He was gaining on me a lot at this section right here. You can even look at the times. Look at it, it went from 3.9 all the way down to and still going. So he gets a heck of a run. right on the inside coming off that last turn, so I got to fix that turn. I give him room there. He's still we kind of touched. No, I don't think it was too bad, but he gets the position. My problem is now we lose another position to the other Aston, the 007 James Bond Aston. We're going to move to the inside though, see if we can break a little later and click him on the inside. He goes wide. So we get that position back. That Aston back there gets a penalty for running into us. So this was a section I was faster than the Supra the last few laps, and he kind of gained on me there. So he's improving in some spots. And I know right now I'm thinking he's better than me on the follow through down here. So I gotta get quicker there. So I'm just gonna try to tap the brakes here and pitch it in, not hit them as hard as I've been hitting them. We're just gonna tap them, get down to the third gear, and as soon as we hit third gear, turn it in. Turn it right now. Try to clip that. And you can see he still gets it through there a little quicker than us, but not near the run that he got the lap before. As we head into the final lap. Hit that about perfect. Don't hit the yellow bump, but probably could have ran a little bit wider. Dude is still just lurking right there the entire race. Couldn't shake him. I take the defensive line right in the middle of the track. I really want to get this right down here because he's been faster than me here. So I'm going to park my car right dead center. Clip the inside. As you can see him back there just kind of probing inside outside to see if he can get some, if nothing else, make me make a mistake. We hit that apex about as good as we've hit it in this race. Same here. Just hit the curb a little bit. Keep it in mind, whenever I say hit it good, I'm saying for myself. I'm sure people watching this saying, no, you didn't. So we run it wide, clip it down, hit our curbs. And there we go. We hold on to 5th place. A good race. Those guys were right with us the entire time.
A little better.
So again, we get a 5th place. Number plate was 4, so we're right at where they thought we would be. But move up 3 positions. So like I said, every one of these races we were moving up multiple positions from where we qualified. So like I said, we weren't qualifying well, but we were running well. And you can see down in the lower corner, this is the post-race lobby. The one guy says fun race. We're gonna tell them that was a good race. They're gonna say as well, good race, thanks for the race. Race was incredible. So fun race. Everybody being responsible, doing a good job, being quick. Those are the fun ones. Those are the ones where afterwards unfortunately they're not always that common. They're kind of few and far between, but those are the ones that kind of give you that itch to keep chasing for that kind of race. So all good times, fun times. We got the next Manufacturer Series race coming up, so be sure to tune in for that. I probably won't live stream it because it did not go well this past Saturday when I tried to live stream it, so we'll just do a video. But be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.